The Darksaber is one of the most unique and legendary weapons in all of Star Wars. Unlike any other lightsaber, it was created by a Mandalorian Jedi named Tarre Vizsla, who lived over 1,000 years before the events of the Skywalker saga. This alone makes the blade extraordinary, as Tarre Vizsla was the first Mandalorian ever inducted into the Jedi Order. The Jedi, normally distrustful of Mandalorians because of their warlike nature, saw something exceptional in him. Tarre's lightsaber was unlike any other. Its flat, black blade glowed with a white energy outline, resembling a traditional Mandalorian vibrasword while still functioning as a lightsaber. It was said to channel not only the Force, but also Tarre's spirit, as both a Jedi and a Mandalorian warrior. After Tarre Vizsla's passing, the Darksaber was kept in the Jedi Temple as a sacred relic. However, the Vizsla clan, one of the most powerful Mandalorian families, stole it back during a period of conflict. To them, the weapon was more than a relic. It was a symbol of Mandalorian leadership. Over centuries, the Darksaber became an object of power, representing who was worthy to unite Mandalore's often fractured clans under one ruler. Because of this, battles were fought over the blade countless times, and bloodlines were torn apart by the struggle for control. What makes the Darksaber different from other lightsabers isn't just its blade, but also the way it interacts with its wielder. The weapon is said to respond to the strength of its user's will. Those with strong conviction feel it grow lighter, it strikes swifter, and its power flow more naturally. But those who hesitate or are uncertain feel the blade fight against them, becoming heavier and more difficult to wield. In this way, the Darksaber does not just test physical skill, but also the clarity of one's purpose. Throughout history, the Darksaber changed hands many times and rarely peacefully. It was passed down through House Vizsla, wielded by Mandalorian leaders who sought to unify their people. In time, it became the greatest symbol of political and martial authority among Mandalorians. Whoever held the Darksaber could claim the title of Mandalore, the ruler of all Mandalore. But Mandalorian tradition held that the weapon could not simply be given. It had to be won in combat. This rule created endless cycles of conflict, as ambitious warriors constantly sought to claim the blade to gain power. During the Clone Wars, the Darksaber was held by Tarre Vizsla, leader of the Death Watch. He wielded it against Jedi, such as Obi-Wan Kenobi, showing the galaxy that Mandalorians had not abandoned their warrior ways. Tarre Vizsla's reign was short-lived, however, as the Sith Lord Darth Maul challenged him in single combat. Despite not being Mandalorian, Maul defeated Tarre Vizsla, killing him and claiming the Darksaber by right of combat. This act shocked the Mandalorians, but many honored their tradition and accepted Maul as the new ruler of Mandalore. Maul's victory forever tied the Darksaber's history to the dark side of the Force, adding to its already mythic status. When the Republic became the Empire, the Darksaber was hidden away on Mandalore for many years. Eventually, it was discovered by Sabine Wren, a Mandalorian warrior and member of the Ghost Crew from Star Wars Rebels. Initially reluctant to claim the weapon, Sabine trained with it under the guidance of Jedi Kanan Jarrus and Ezra Bridger, learning not only how to wield it, but also to embrace her heritage. She eventually gifted the Darksaber to Bo-Katan Kryze, believing her to be the one who could unite Mandalore against Imperial oppression. However, tradition was broken. Since Bo-Katan did not win the blade in combat, many Mandalorians questioned her right to rule. This fracture in belief led to further divisions, and when the Empire launched the Great Purge of Mandalore, the people were unable to stand united. The Darksaber was lost once again, falling into the hands of Moff Gideon, an Imperial warlord who used it to cement his authority during the dark times after the Empire's fall. In The Mandalorian, Din Djarin, better known as the Mandalorian, unexpectedly won the Darksaber in combat against Gideon. This created a complex situation, as Din never desired to rule Mandalore. Yet, according to tradition, he became its rightful wielder. Bo-Katan, still longing to unite her people, could not simply accept the weapon, as it needed to be earned through combat. This conflict between Din and Bo-Katan symbolizes the eternal struggle of Mandalorian culture, the tension between tradition, leadership, and survival. The Darksaber's lore also touches on the deeper mystery of lightsabers themselves. While most blades draw from a kyber crystal that shines in bright colors like blue, green, or red, the Darksaber's crystal produces an obsidian-like blade surrounded by crackling white energy. Some scholars speculate that the weapon channels energy differently, creating a unique connection between wielder and blade. The humming sound of the Darksaber is distinct, harsher, and more ancient-sounding than typical sabers, as though it carries the weight of history itself. Ultimately, the Darksaber represents more than just a weapon. To the Jedi, it was once a tool of justice and peace. To the Mandalorians, it became a symbol of unity and authority. To the Sith, it was simply another tool of domination. Across generations, the weapon's meaning has shifted, yet its power to inspire loyalty, fear, and ambition has never faded. Whoever holds the Darksaber does not just carry a blade. They carry the legacy of Mandalore itself. In the end, the Darksaber stands as a paradox, a Jedi-created weapon that became the ultimate Mandalorian relic, a unifier that has caused endless division, a symbol of strength that often brought about weakness. Its story is still being written, and its legacy continues to echo across the galaxy.